Hey guys, and welcome to Worldwide Wes. Today I'm going to take you on a tour, a little ride from this point of Bridgeshot Road along the High Street to Selhurst Park. And since we're so early in the journey, why not give me a like, subscribe and share? So I decided to make this video because if you live in Croydon or you're a Crystal Palace fan, you might have seen the news about the green light to start the redevelopment of the main stand at Selhurst Park. So I was talking to my dad and I thought, you know what, we don't live that far from Selhurst Park. And I watched two people who followed the progress of two different stadiums. So I can't remember the guy's name who initially would walk around the Tottenham Stadium when it was being built, and he would talk about panels. He could see new panels being built. And then I ended up following Mr. Drone when he was following the progress of the Hill Dickinson Stadium up in Liverpool, the new Everton Stadium. So I thought, you know what, maybe I can do a similar thing, and that can be another bit of content for you guys. I mean, I don't have a drone though, and the thing is, actually, when I was thinking about it, I do have a drone actually. I have a DJI Spark, but it no longer works. It's basically a paperweight because of some disagreement apparently between Google/Android and DJI. So even when it was working, I remember going to Whitehorse Meadow, not far from Selhurst Park, and finding out that it was a no-fly zone because Crystal Palace had understandably decided that they didn't want people just flying drones overhead. I think it is possible, but you have to have some sort of special license or something like that, which is fair enough. So we're not far now from the stadium, but yeah, you know, I'm gonna try and do my best. My dad actually told me that he was in the car park of the Sainsbury's. So you know, if you know Selhurst Park, you've got the Sainsbury's butted right up against one side of the stadium, and he saw something. So I think he believed that there was something happening in terms of progress, but it kind of made me think, okay, let's pop down there and have a look. So that's why actually I jumped on the bike. I'd been off for a few days as well, and 2 days, and I hadn't been out for a ride, and I thought I should go for a ride before I get back on the bike to go to the long ride to work, which, you know, if you guys follow me, my ride to work is about an hour or slightly over. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep going along, and then we're going to turn right up ahead. So I don't think it's the whole of this estate. I think it's just part of it, the close here that we're just looking down into. I think those houses right at the end, those are the ones that are going to be demolished. So the council had recently given the green light for them to be demolished. I don't know if maybe these few ones on the end as well are going to be demolished as well, because this new main stand is a lot bigger than the original stand. And here on the left we've got the famous Homestead Road stand, which is the newest stand for Selhurst Park. So I love this mural by Mr. Sen's. His work is amazing. He has such a beautiful style. And this stand on our left is, we're going to actually be turning the camera to look at it in a second or so. But this is the Arthur Waite stand, and it is quite significant to me because I used to work in the Arthur Waite stand when I used to go to college when I was like 16, 17. And I used to work in the burger bars, and then you got the yard for the Sainsbury's. So since we're waiting here at the lights, these flats on the left, in my fantasy world, I would actually, and if money was no object, demolish everything on the whole block where Selhurst Park is and move the stadium over so it's more centrally located. Demolish these, but build accommodation maybe elsewhere on the site to replace them. But you know, I think something historically that's been a problem for Selhurst Park is Sainsbury's. So I believe that might have been one of the reasons why the main stand hasn't been built earlier, that I think there was a bit of a dispute with Sainsbury's about land that they owned, that Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace wanted or needed to do the redevelopment. But when we get to the bottom of the hill, we'll finally see the main stand here, this white building and partly brick in the distance. That is the one that will be redeveloped. So I believe it's going to be 8,000 extra seats. It'll take Selhurst Park up to 38,000. And I know that from comments I've seen, there are fans who wish that it was maybe a lot more ambitious and they were looking to go to 50,000. But I guess, you know, there have been statements from the club saying that that's not the end of it, that they do have plans, they are interested in redeveloping the other stands and expanding the capacity. So we are nearly at the end of this video, this tour, and again, if you are still watching, please do give me a like, subscribe and share, and I'd really like to hear your comments about the expansion, the redevelopment of Selhurst Park. Do you think, are you happy with it? Do you think it could go a lot further? What would you do? What would your ideas be as to do with Selhurst Park?